Welcome to part 33 of Looky here. And we are covering this here topic. And yes, I am going to get back into the book of Isaiah when the Lord permits it and gets me back there. But right now, He wants me to cover these things because He's trying to help bring some truth and open some eyes with this particular truth. Because He did say in His word, nothing hidden that shall not be revealed. So, it's time for this to be uncovered. It's time for people to know the truth about what's going on in the world around them instead of hiding it under the covers. You want to know why the plagues are coming down like they are? And let me also say, since I'm on that subject, that cancer, all these cancers you hear about, what do you think that is? Those are plagues sent by God, because the wages of sin is death. And you might say, oh, well, I've known people that was in the church that died from cancers, this, that, and the other. Like I said, the wages of sin is death. You don't know how everybody's living every minute. Unbelief is a sin, and if you cannot believe that God is going to heal you when you get plagued with something that is deadly, you will die. If all you're doing is trusting the man and the statistics of everything, the statistics that man puts out, then you're going to die. Because the Bible, it is written that man's heart shall fail them for fear of the things to come. Not for what's coming, but the fear of it. That's what you're really dying from. Not actually the thing. You're dying from the fear of it. Because you believe it. And the Lord said He would visit our fears upon us. So stop fearing things and trust the Lord. Start loving like He taught us to. And then you can abide in perfect love. And perfect love casts out all fear. All fear. Not just some of it, all of it. And you wouldn't have anything to fear of these people or these things that are happening in this nation right now. And if you think you're in the wrath of God right now, you are badly mistaken. You ain't even come close to seeing the wrath of God yet. This is the wrath of Satan. These troubles and stuff in the world, we will have trouble. The Lord said He gives us His peace. This is not the wrath of God. You haven't even begun to see the wrath of God yet. When you do, you won't have to guess. You will know you are in it. There will be no question. Am I in the wrath of God? Well, let's see. What does the Bible say about that? They will cry to the rocks and the mountains, hide us from the wrath of the Lamb. And He will cry, and the rocks will cry out. No hiding place. Why? God formed those rocks. Those are His. These mountains, these valleys, these rivers, these oceans, everything is His. Everything. This is His stuff. That's why no weapon that is formed shall prosper. Because the elements in which you use to make your little science weapons were created by God. And if He says, wither, dry up, go away, those things will just dry up. They're not going to be any count. Don't try to fight angels, an angel army, and God Himself with weapons that you created from things that He created. Right there's the very definition of insanity. You all are clearly mental. There is not a devil in hell big enough to conquer God. There is not a devil on earth big enough to conquer God. There is not a devil in heaven big enough to conquer God. Now let's get on back into this poem and stuff and this stuff. Because this is, oh, I love this stuff. This is highly interesting.
What was it? Okay. All right, here is the poem, and let me read this with you, okay? It says, "Not like the brazen giant of Greek fame, with conquering limbs astride from land to land," which is a reference to the Colossus of Rhodes. "Here at our sea-washed sunset gates," gates, remember I showed you in the previous video, the Ishtar Gate of Babylon? The Statue of Liberty is Ishtar, and the gateway to America is Ellis Island. It is literally our Ishtar Gate. It is the modern day Ishtar Gate into the Mystery Babylon city of New York City. So let's continue. "Here at our sea-washed sunset gates shall stand a..."
Let me say, I've tried to talk to you all about the obelisks. There is a Cleopatra's Needle standing in Central Park. That is a big Egyptian obelisk. That was actually, they had to commission and build a boat large enough to bring that here, because it could not be dismantled. It had to stay together because it contained their evil. And they wanted it to stay together so not to damage that evil, not to scatter it. Now, that's standing in Central Park in New York.